Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Lorsque ça apparaît de façon inattendue, par exemple, on vous dit que vous avez gagné un concours alors que vous n'aviez pas participé.
Check if the website is safe and make sure, like, to ask your parents maybe if it's safe.
Ну, например, тебе приходят странные сообщения по поводу твоего банка. Я для начала позвоню банку, узнаю всю информацию и не буду сразу отвечать «да», чтобы, например, согласиться или что-нибудь еще. Но когда ты маленький и все такое, лучше пойти к родителям. Они разбираются в этом лучше.
إنه لازم تكون الباسبور تاعتنا قوية وسهل حفظها عشان يعني نحن ما ننساها في أي وقت وكمان ما نعطيها حتى لأقرب الأصدقاء لأنه يمكن هذول الأصدقاء بس بدهم منك إنه ياخذوا الباسبور وخلاص.
Des mots de passe difficiles à identifier. Ensuite, tu fais des achats sur des sites sûrs et vérifiés.
Because if it is easy, everyone can guess it.
Éviter que d'autres personnes comme les arnaqueurs ne prennent le contrôle de nos comptes pour nous arnaquer.
الرسائل اللي احنا بنبعتها.
جهازك الإلكتروني زي التلفون أو الأيباد أو الكمبيوتر بيحميك تستعمل.
I have heard of it, and I know that payment fraud is if you get your credit or debit card stolen and somebody else makes purchases on it.
Oui, j'ai une amie qui a été victime de l'utilisation de ses données personnelles et de sa carte bancaire. Ses parents ont dû porter plainte à la police.
مرة وأنا صغيرة نزلت تطبيق يعني معين واخترق بياناتي وصار يبعث رسالات لأصدقائي، يعني مش أنا اللي بعثتهم بس يعني مخلة بالأخلاق وهيك.
If someone is asking too many questions like your email, password, personal things, you can be tricked.
De diverses manières. Premièrement, je pense que lorsque ça apparaît de façon inattendue, par exemple, on vous dit que vous avez gagné un concours alors que vous n'aviez pas participé.
Check if the website is safe and make sure, like, to ask your parents maybe if it's safe.
Ну, например, тебе приходят странные сообщения по поводу твоего банка. Я для начала позвоню банку, узнаю всю информацию и не буду сразу отвечать «да», чтобы, например, согласиться или что-нибудь еще. Но когда ты маленький и все такое, лучше пойти к родителям. Они разбираются в этом лучше.
إنه لازم تكون الباسبور تاعتنا قوية وسهل حفظها عشان يعني نحن ما ننساها في أي وقت، وكمان ما نعطيها حتى لأقرب الأصدقاء، لأنه يمكن هدول الأصدقاء بس بدهم منك إنه ياخذوا الباسورد وخلاص.
Des mots de passe difficiles à identifier. Ensuite, tu fais des achats sur des sites sûrs et vérifiés.
Because if it is easy, everyone can guess it.
Éviter que d'autres personnes comme les arnaqueurs ne prennent le contrôle de nos comptes pour nous arnaquer. Je crois que les empreintes digitales et la reconnaissance faciale sont plus sûres que les mots de passe.
In 2012, the Child and Youth Finance organized the Global Money Week, an annual global money awareness celebration with a vision of promoting financial education and inclusion among young people worldwide. Through the years, the Global Money Week has grown significantly, involving millions of children and youth, development partners, and stakeholders globally. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Warmly greeting you all from the sunny capital of the Philippines, Manila. Good morning, partners, supporters, implementers, and advocates of financial education and inclusion across the world. My name is Lasalet Gumban, the Advocacy Unit Head of NATCO, and I will be your host for today's activity. To start our program, everyone is invited to stand for the prayer to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Father and Mother God, Father and Mother of time and history, we praise and glorify your holy name. We gather here in celebration of solidarity, unity, and shared dreams, seeking your guidance and grace. May your light shine upon us, uniting our hearts and minds as we celebrate this special day, the Global Money Week for the children and youth of the world. Grant our children and youth the strength to face adversity with courage, the wisdom to make good choices, and the resilience to overcome obstacles. May they be surrounded by positive influences that nurture their minds, bodies, and spirits. Bless the children and youth with opportunities for growth, education, and fulfillment. May they find joy in learning, purpose in serving others, and fulfillment in their endeavors. May this activity serve as a building block for their happiness and well-being, especially in securing their financial future. We ask all of this through your mighty name. Amen. Let us sing the Philippine National Anthem. Bayang magiliw, Thank you so much, everyone. We now all be seated. Today, 12 years after its inception, the Global Money Week is celebrated here in Manila, Philippines, through a hybrid setup. A lot has changed since 2012. Back in the day, we used to connect through Skype calls, finding joy and connection through our small screens. Now we are streaming live worldwide. Let's say hi to our online participants. Hello, hello, everyone from across the world. This year's Global Money Week is organized by the Aflatun in cooperation with Visa. Thank you so much, Visa, for making this event possible. The NATCO Network and the Cooperative Development Authority or CDA with the support of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The theme for 2024 Global Money Week is Protect Your Money, Secure Your Future. The theme emphasizes the crucial role financial education plays in empowering individuals to manage their finances responsibly and build a secure future. Since this is a global event, let's raise awareness about financial literacy and inclusion for young people by using these two hashtags, hashtag GMW 2024 and hashtag Aflatun Day. And to welcome us this morning is the BOD member of NACO. Let's give a big hand to Attorney Soledad Cabanis.
Thank you very much, our beloved La Salette from NATCO. Hello! On behalf of the NATCO officers and staff, led by our passionate board chairperson, Attorney Maria Corazon Montaliana, our hardworking CEO, Engineer Sylvia Paraguya, I warmly welcome you all, our valued and cherished participants from Visa, Aflatun, ACU, NATCO, NGOs, and government agencies, headed by no less than the indefatigable CDA chairperson, Yusek Joseph Encabo, himself a trusted and unwavering champion of the cooperative sector. Let's give a hand to Yusek Encabo. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the beautiful inside and out CEO of ACU, Association of Asian Confederation of Credit Unions, Ms. Lenny San Roque. She makes us proud being a Filipina, and she always reminds us to look for our strength because it's inside of us. And she is also the epitome of integrity and simple ways. Ma'am, you're one of my mentors. My beloved father, retired Judge Hipolito de la Vega, served the cooperative sector, the church, and the judiciary with passion, integrity, and excellence. And he inspired me to be the best of what I could be. That was why at age 9, I was already part of the TPID movement, and I am currently one of the board members of St. Martin of Tours Credit and Development Cooperative, which is a multi-awarded and access-branded billionaire cooperative. My sweet and lovely mom, Alice, on the other hand, of course, taught us also deep faith in God, dedication to work, and thrift. She used to say, a peso a day can build a house someday. Preposterous, you would say. And indeed, even if you save 1 peso on day 1 of your existence, up to your 100th birth anniversary, you will be able to save only 36,500 pesos, which is not even enough to construct a nipa hut. But my mom was not lying. Today, as we celebrate the Global Money Week, as we celebrate Aflatun 2024, we affirm that through youth, financial education, and inclusion, we help them protect their money and secure their future. Truly, someone who knows how to save naturally develops such wonderful virtues and values as control, discipline, self-reliance, thrift, and prudence. A person who saves his money distinguishes his needs from his wants, that he doesn't need 1,000 pair of shoes or branded clothes and bags just to be happy. He spends his money wisely on things that really matter, like good health, education, meaningful travels, and worthy investments. Today, we help the youth and the children know how to protect their money and secure their future with this one-day sharing of best practices. We help them protect themselves against scammers and all kinds of deceptions now being encountered by all of us in this modern world. And the young peoples of the world out there, let me remind you that the future lies in your hands. The future lies in your hands. It's a difficult task, but we are here to guide you. Please learn from the mistakes of the past, and please bask in the glory of our successes. If we unite our forces with our time, talent, and treasures, we will be able to address poverty, ignorance, hunger, and wars one day at a time, with our sights and hearts focused on God. And before I leave a challenge with you. Must Jesus bear the cross alone so all the world go free? No, there's a cross for everyone, and there's a cross for you and me. Tatanda at lilipas din tayo, ngunit mayroong aflatun na pamana sa mundo habang buhay sa sipag at dasal bukas ay makulay. In English, for those who do not understand Tagalog, someday we will all be gone, but we leave a legacy of aflatun to build trust and confidence, and we build this world and turn it into a better place. Mabuhay ang sektor ng kooperatiba. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Ang lahat ng parangal at papuri para lamang sa Diyos Ama. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you so much, Attorney Sally, for that warm welcome and for the heartfelt message and singing. We like also to acknowledge the countries that are represented here today and they're physically present. From Cambodia, do we have our representative from Cambodia? Can we say hi? Okay. How about from Indonesia, of course? Thank you so much for traveling far and wide just to be here. From Malaysia, and we also have from Lao PDR. Thank you so much. Now we will hear a message of support from the Cooperative Development Authority, one of the organizers of this year's Global Money Week. A round of applause to the CDA Chairperson, Undersecretary Joseph Encabo.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. To our friends from Aflatun, Co-op NATCO, and of course to my fellow colleagues in CDA and Visa, of course, our partner today, and our friends from Lao PDR, Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia, maybe Thailand is also here. Our neighbors in Southeast Asia maybe are here. Online, of course. Everyone online, a blessed day and morning to everyone. Let me start my message with a question. Who among you here are 35 years old below? Please raise your hand. Wow. Wow. Okay. Maybe around 20 or 25. And who are those 36 and above? Please don't be shy. That's great. That's great. The reason why I ask those two questions is for you to reflect on our youthful experience. What have we done during our youth days, in our younger days? Have we tried to attempt in coming up with our own savings? Or maybe we just have lavished it and spend it without thinking at all or without control. On the second question, the reason why I asked who are those 36 years old above, maybe they could share the different experiences to the youth. My point here is that the elders won't allow any such sharing of experience that won't benefit the young. It will always be for the good. The elders, its primordial duty, is to transform the youth to become vibrant, healthy, and dynamic citizens in our society. But our youth today should be part of our participative and collaborative actions, not only in the cooperative sector, but in all aspects of the society. Our societal affairs, the youth should be empowered. That's why our partners today, Aflatun, Co-op, NAPCO, and CDA, would always embark the importance of the youth on how they were able to benefit the programs, not only the government, but also private sectors. If we believe in the saying that our youth is really the hope of our nation, for me, that's incomplete. The youth is the hope of our nation that needs action for a better future. Their actions must be required. Their actions must be true to their objectives, to their mission. Without the youth, we cannot transform our society. I've been there. I'm 49 years old. And I want to see a better youth compared to me. If we look at the message today, protect your money, save for the future, it's all about not only worshiping money, that's not our intent, but it's all about giving importance on the future resources that can help you as it is needed. You know, the youth today is so attached with this latest technology. Even those, high-tech games that I'm no longer so familiar with. Leaving on some important matters like saving. Leaving some important values of being somehow prudent. I think our role as elders, leaders, co-op leaders, we have Ma'am Sylvia here, Ma'am Lenny is here, Attorney Sally is here. ASIC Luz Irinco is one of the pillars in the financial sector, in the cooperative industry. If we can come up with a strong message and deliberately be with the youth, then I think we are on the right track. We should never surrender. It is our duty to take care of the youth. We will never surrender in aiding them because they can also provide us new ideas, new innovations that would also make a twist on our own perspective. The ideas of the elders should not be monopolized, should not be in control, but it should be blended with the ideas of the youth. You are far better than us when it comes to technology. We have to admit that. I don't know what are those kind of games that you've been playing. What I know is Mario Brothers. But you have those sophisticated gadgets in you. You have those technologies that you can just easily adopt. But the principles of those, not only in cooperatives, but the principles of life should also be embraced by the youth, which we have experienced. And I think preparing the youth of today is not only looking at the component of savings or protecting their money for the future, but embracing the true values of humanity. Being one with our leaders, with our co-op leaders, being one with our elders for you to become better than us. If those are the mindset of the elders, then we are looking at a better future, a brighter tomorrow. And I hope Aflatun, not only as a social and financial education institution that reaches out to the youth, Co-op NATCO is here spreading the movement across the country and even the world. You are partnered with government agency like Cooperative Development Authority, which we represent right now. We have Deputy Administrator Attorney Malupakaw, who is now heading the Credit Surety Fund program or services of our agency. That alone can be a tool which expands the appreciation of the youth when it comes to financial inclusion. Your participation is very important to us. Never give up. Never give up. You are our hope, but we need action from you. Because hope is only somehow tantamount or equated to like a prayer. But prayer will come into fruition if it is provided with action. That is what we should be embedded in our hearts and in our minds. So let me take this opportunity, especially to those friends from the Southeast Asian countries, Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Laos is here, and all who are listening today via virtual. Let us be one in our mission, not only protecting the youth, but embracing them and cuddling them to become better people in the future. You are our partners. Do not put yourselves that you are in the lower level of the strata of the society. You are our partners. And I hope that maybe next year, in the next celebration, timely on the milestone celebration of CDA, as we celebrate our 35th year, if we could expand this partnership, NATCO, Aflatun, Visa, CDA, maybe we could invite more youth through the National Youth Commission. We can expand this education program with them, and I hope that also with the Department of Education, bigger partners, wider horizon, a better future for us. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day ahead, and let's enjoy the Global Money Week celebration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Undersecretary Joseph Encabo. Indeed, developing the financial wellness of every citizen, especially of young people, entails a whole of society approach. And today we are called to develop our youth holistically, as you have mentioned, for their overall well-being. And this activity surely is one of the ways for us to involve and develop them. Thank you again. Now, let's hear another inspiring message and exciting grant announcement from the Vice President, Inclusive Impact and Sustainability, Asia Pacific, Visa Worldwide PT Limited. A big hand to Patsian Lo.
Good morning, everybody. What a rousing start to the day. Thank you so much for having me here. And I would like to first of all express my greetings to many of our esteemed partners, some of whom are represented, some of whom will be joining us later. So please bear with me while I share with you how many partners we have here today. Start out first by thanking, of course, representation from Dr. J. Prospero y de Vera III, Commission on Higher Education. We also have Carlos Alexi Nograles from the Civil Service Commission. And we thank Alfredo Pascual, Department of Trade and Industry from the Philippines. We also thank Suharto Mangu Dadatu, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Rexlon Gatchalian from the Social Welfare and Development of the Philippines. And in present with us at this moment, we also very much thank your participation and support, Mr. Yusek Joseph Encabo, and the rest of the colleagues from CDA, including ASEC Luz Yurinko, and also Attorney Maria Lourdes Pacao. And of course, our very esteemed partners, NATCO. Thank you very much, Attorney Soledad, and also CEO Ms. Sylvia, for your support as well. And Ms. Sylvia Paraguya, who also holds the role of the board member of Aflatun International. Thank you. And then, of course, our friends from Southeast Asia, thank you very much for coming all the way. We're so happy to see you here. And we are also very glad to know that we have representation and support from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Ms. Marianne Santos. Thank you so much for joining us here today. So everybody, this has been a great day and a great start. And I know there are so many friends that are online as well that are with us today. And I want to start by first making a request. Please take a moment, close your eyes, and think back to when you had earned your first paycheck. It could have been sweeping the pavement for your neighbor. It could have been your first part-time job after school. Just now, Yusek Joseph asked about who in this room is under 35. I'm sure those of you, your first paycheck may not have been so far back. For those of us who are over, the paycheck is quite far back. Think back on that, and it's a precious memory. So now you can open your eyes again. Now, I remember my first job was actually working part-time, selling T-shirts for my uncle who runs a little clothing store and earned $20 a month at the time, selling T-shirts, working with customers, learning a lot. So hold on to this memory because I will come back to it. Now, let me take things a little bit more seriously with everybody. Digital financial inclusion is a critical priority for all of us, including Visa. Globally, the proportion of populations that are unbanked have reduced significantly, and that's the good news. From 49.4% unbanked in 2011, now we only see 23.1% in 2021. And these are the statistics that were reported by the World Bank. In East Asia and South Asia, the decrease in unbanked population is even more remarkable. So I think we all feel that we have made progress here. However, underneath these very positive statistics still lie very persistent disparities. Only 23% of low-income communities in East Asia, Pacific, and South Asia are accessing credit formally from the financial system. And only 5 in 10 adult women in East Asia and Pacific have a financial account. So clearly, there's a lot more work that we have to do to drive financial inclusion. And coupled with the swift digitalization of our economies in a post-COVID environment, we believe that financial education is a critical pathway to achieve this. Visa's research has shown that over 50% of consumers in Asia Pacific believe that older adults, bracket maybe over 5, you say Joseph, are more susceptible to online scams. And this data also tells us that youth are 1.3 times more likely than older adults to have been victimized by online scams. But this is why strong digital financial literacy can build resilience for you, our young people today. And that drives your ability to be confident and thrive in a digital economy of the future. So this is integral for the growth of any community and is vital to build a progressive and inclusive economy. This belief and commitment is something that we share with Aflatun as a partner to us in this work, and we've been working together across multiple markets to champion this commitment in different parts of the financial education ecosystem. This year, we especially want to work together in encouraging young people, especially in the Philippines, to become more involved in building your financial security, resilience, well-being, and readiness for the future. And that's what Global Money Week 2024 is all about. So we have had long experience in Visa in driving financial literacy across the world. And one of our most prominent offerings is Practical Money Skills, which is a suite of interactive tools and educational resources that help individuals and communities build stronger financial knowledge and money management skills. Here in the Philippines, we have collaborated with partners like Tanghalang Pilipino, Teach for the Philippines, Plan International, in creating various forms of programs for young people in the past few years, going beyond the classroom to introducing theater performances, web series, gamified apps, as well as distribution of financial literacy learning resources around the country. We're very glad to have the support and recognition of the central bank, and we've been participating in the annual Central Bank Financial Ed Expo in the past 3 years. So I am especially happy to share today at Global Money Week 2024 that we have deepened our partnership with the stakeholders in the Philippines, as Visa Foundation is awarding a well-deserved grant of 250,000 to the Teach for the Philippines, who has been championing financial literacy for students and teachers across the nation. I'd like to invite my colleagues from Teach for the Philippines, please stand up and maybe just wave to the audience and to the camera. Thank you so much, Maybe, CEO of Teach for Philippines, to join us today. We believe that this grant will help to grow your programs and also cement Visa's long-term commitment to partnering with local organizations to grow Filipinos' financial literacy and support the government's vision of Ambición Natin 2040 towards a more prosperous Philippines. So I asked you earlier to remember your first paycheck. Now I'm going to ask you, do you recall who taught you how to save or spend that first paycheck? Perhaps it could have been a parent, a friend, a teacher, a neighbor. Maybe you got that information from a book or a newspaper. Your grandmother. Excellent. So the community and our society is so important when it comes to imparting this knowledge and guiding us. And we remember this from generations back, and we remember this, and we continue to do this for generations in the future. So I'd like to invite everybody, please say a silent thank you and honor your first financial educator in your lives. So today, we also want to honor the other financial educators that will be doing the hard work. Aflatun, Teach for the Philippines, and many, many organizations that are in this room and online, bringing financial education and more financial educators to many young people today. We also honor the young people who are opening their minds, opening their hearts, and are ready to build skills for the future. Thank you for listening to us. We know it's not easy. I have 2 teenagers in my household. I understand. But thank you for listening to us and heeding us. And even if you don't hear us today, we know that it has stuck somewhere and you will hear us in the future. So we stand with you, all of you, and thank you for all of your hard work. Through Global Money Week, we hope to empower more young people in the Philippines and across the globe, build a secure future through financial education. And I appreciate all of you for listening. I especially want to say thank you because most of the time this message is only kept to the end of the event. Thank you to the organizing team, volunteers, and everybody else who has made this event possible, including our Visa volunteers whom you see in the light blue t-shirts. They're taking time off from their workday to help us out. Thank you very much, everyone. So I will close my segment now with a very short video that will introduce a bit about our work in financial education around the world. And I look forward to speaking to many of you throughout the day. Maraming salamat, and I wish everyone a pleasant and productive day. Thank you.
your program, Teach for Philippines, will inspire more young minds, especially those who are still growing in their grade school years. Thank you so much. This event would not be complete without our photo opportunity. So this is an important day for all of us. More than 100 people almost inside this room, and more than 100 surely are joining us also online. So let's capture this special moment through our group photo. Everyone is invited to gather here in front for our group photo, please. And we would like to ask assistance also from the team to organize our group photo. Thank you so much, everyone. Now we are requesting the Teach for Philippines volunteers and visa team for another group photo. Again, we are inviting the Teach for Philippines volunteers and the visa team for another group photo.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in the photo opportunity. And now let's have a 15-minute break. We will have our refreshments, and our refreshments are located here on the side of the room. And see you in 15 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
I've rejected affection for years and years. Now I have it, and damn it, it's kind of weird. He tells me I'm pretty, don't know how to respond. I tell him that he's pretty too. Can I say that? Don't have a clue. With every passing moment, I surprise myself.